Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up, world? This is Journey, Vibe Stream Beats Live, hosted by myself and Trey Rail. My man Trey Rail's off tonight. So it's gonna just be me cooking up tonight. So hope you enjoy the show. Yeah, it's a lot, man. Usually we won't kick it off like this, but we're gonna kick it off like this. So yeah, let's get into it, man. I could talk all day, but I really want to just get off into these tracks, man, and do what we came here for and represent the team right, and move forward as we do. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for joining. I'm gonna pull up Serato right here and who we working with? Woo! What a day! What a day! I hope everybody had a great weekend. Trey Rail was at ETH Denver doing really big things. Really big things. I can't even speak on what was going down there, but very big things for the community in this space. Just a lot of great things is happening. So um, I'll leave that for next week. My man's gonna tell you all about that. Madman, what up? No, I'm not reviewing songs. I'm not reviewing songs, but I will be cooking up beats today for songs to review. Yeah. So it's gonna be a cook session. It's gonna be a cook session. Let's go through some sounds, man. Let's see what's happening here. So I think we're gonna start with 99 BPMs. I haven't did anything in 99. I don't think we have done anything in 99. I'm gonna move that. Let's move this over. Let's find a nice kick. It's one of my favorite kicks. My fave kicks. Let's take. Here we go. All right. Like that. Let's find something. Let's find something. Oh, we're not playing anything from the outside. Okay. All right. I see how it is. So we probably have to go here and just capture screen. Capture screen. DIP was good. So let's see. Because I definitely want to play these samples out. Stop. And let's go into this full screen. All right, now let's pull up the Seratos. Mama Rail, what's good? How are ya? All right, let's. Oh, we're still not capturing that. Okay, no problem. All right, let's go back to the way we had it set up before. Screen. And let's see, screen and share Serato again. Okay. All right. Intel. Get rid of last note. Let's chop this. All right, I think I can do better with the sample. Yeah, I'm solo tonight, man. Trey just got back from ETH to Denver, so he was gonna be courageous and jump in. I was like, nah, man. Let's get that rest, man. That was a long drive, so um, yeah. I was gonna take off too, man, but feeling antsy about the cook up. So hey, man, if you're around, join in, man. Get some direction here. You got the codes. Jump in if you're available. If you're available. But yeah. I'm gonna get some cook up in. All right, let's
We are the champ. We are the champ.
let's look for some melodies here. I'm gonna keep it smooth. Let's keep it smooth. Here we go. 1, 2. All right. One more time. Note fell off. Another note fell off. That's for the next call, and it cannot say that I don't think it's got a little clap. I think that snare is like falling off. Okay, I think it'll smooth itself out when I add the hi-hats. Alrighty, hi-hats. It's all red is kind of not cool. So let's switch up the scenery a little bit here. All right, let's see. Uh-oh. Whoa. Let's look for some hats. All right, here we go. Let's filter. All right. Fix that note. I think I should add a little bass space. Oh, hold up. I'm just looking for bass notes. Whoa. Just looking for a bass note. Just looking for a bass note. Okay. Let's find some. Let's find a bass note. A little lower. I like that. Let's turn it up just a little bit. 3. it's coming up a little bit short. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's off center that a bit because it's like right on the note. The note before that. Boom, boom, boom. Let's take this out a bit. I'm gonna have to chop all of that up. Let's see. All right. Start from the bottom. That. I think I like that a little bit better. Go 8 bars out. 2, 3, 4. try that. 1, 2, 3. This is nothing ever seen before. Chops are so incorrect. That's how you fix it. Just mute it all. Mute it all. Let's see.
Only ones. We are.
Let's pan that, turn it down just a bit. Set up with the... Oh, that's too disturbing. No. Turn it down. Let's put the reggae. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm your substitute teacher, DJ Journey. reverb on that little synth stab. The way it kind of fits in the track. Dry reverb will do. And pan that bad baby to the left. DJ Cole. What up, Sam? Back at it again. Gotta catch one of your streams one day, man. What are you cooking? You DJing? So ran. So I got that little echo effect now. Let's get rid of this metronome. All right. In the track. Like that. Hold up.
Only one sound rule. Only one sound rule.
Hey. Did we get a just get a guess? Got a guess up in here? Oh man, Intel.
Hey, what's going on, my friend?
Thanks for joining, man.
Glad to be a part.
Hey, you must have felt the loneliness, man, that I was feeling here.
Man, it's when I found out you were going solo, I know I had to get on here. So
yeah,
it's you had to give me a minute, you know. I had some things to take care of first, but
no
I'm here, so glad to be a part of the program.
No doubt, man. I talked to Trey around 6, and he was getting home at 7. Man, I already drove like freaking 14 hours. Man, I was like, no, it's no way. You can't do this tonight.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, man, I'm feeling inspired, so I'll just go on and take a shot at it. See what happens, man. You know, like what we always do. There's no plans here.
Yeah.
We don't have any plans. We just made commitments to do dope-ish, and we just show up and see what happens, man.
It's amazing the end results that come from those non-plans, though. So
yeah. I mean that kind of determines life, man. I mean, you decide. It's like, hey, what do you want to do with your life? Okay, I'm going to decide to do, in our case, we're deciding to do music. And then you start showing up. And then next thing you know, possibly you'll win an award for it, or possibly it'll land on someone's dope soundtrack. And then possibly you'll travel the world. But I think it's a commitment thing first. It's just deciding.
Yeah. Hey, bear with me a second if you would. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Do. Let's see where we at. Yeah. Right now, I'm just searching for. Let's turn it all the way down. Let's put this in there. to the right here. Is that a pan? Oh, that's a filter. So let's pan him. Maybe on the left. Let's turn down the reggae. Key is to mix as you go, because the less you have to clean up. So we're looking to finish, so it's always a mix as you go. Throw some sounds in, level them up, and go from there.
We are the champion, king champion. We are the champion.
What sort of effect you're
Yeah.
using, transferring it from that vocal into what you're using now? Just
Well,
a drop in pitch, or
that's the awesome thing about Serato Studio. And that's a great question, man, because people don't ask that a lot, man. But that's the great thing about Serato. The history of Serato, they didn't start off with any DJ programs. They didn't start off with any production programs. They started off in the early days of Pro Tools with a plugin called Pitch and Time. Pitch and Time allowed you to drag and drop elements, artifacts, vocals, whatever, into the mix, and it would sync to the master tempo. So they carried that into the DJ world with Serato Scratch Live. And then it evolved from there to be what it is today. But everything that they've done up until this point have been Pitch and Time. So when this program came out and I heard about it, I was like, yo, this is next level, because I already know where they started. They started as just a plugin. So yes, drag and drop. It'll sync to whatever master key. In this case, the master key is G minor. We had 99 BPM. So
that's without having to sacrifice the stretch aspect of it.
nope, it already does that for you. See,
All right.
We are the champion, king champion. Oh,
this is the sync,
we are the champion, king champion. Oh, we are the champion.
and this is the regular.
We are the champion, king champion. Oh, we are the champion, crown number one. Me say anytime.
All right.
We are the champion.
So
We are the champion, king champion. We are the champion, crown number one. Me say anytime. Me say this is the champion. You get on me say silent butter. This a one of the ready version. Because this a one of the number one. You kill some
syncs right to it. Such a great tool, man. Like if
That's
DJs
slick.
are into like remixing or something like that, no sweat. Produce the beat, dump the acapella in, and you got instant gratification. It's so dope. I mean, and like I play music out, so going into this tool is cheating. It's really cheating. It's like nothing I would have to play. Nothing I would have to play. I just dump elements in, and then everything just kind of goes from there. But if you do have a lot of musicality and you do know a little bit of music theory, stuff like this just makes it like pure fun. So yeah, man.
All right.
I just condone this app to anyone that's out there that want to get into production, or anyone that's been deep into production and just want to have some fun, because this is just pure fun. It's just pure fun.
We are.
Hey, I'm gonna hop off screen for just a moment. I gotta grab my charger.
Yes, sir.
We are the champion.
I'm gonna put this in the verse.
We are the
Now let's do some doctor work to this. So I put a little echo on it, and also we'll put a all right. Yeah, this is gonna be some fun. So I'm gonna just grab a note of this. Hold up. Yeah, we're gonna use that little note here. Something like that. We're gonna turn that all the way down in the mix. Turn that all the way down, and we'll do the same. Like a nice little reverb to sit in the mix. That way it'll sound wider. Note fell off.
What does that breaker do?
Breaker. Which one?
When you were just right there pulling up your effects, breaker was one of the options.
Oh, that's okay. It's like kind of like
All right.
yeah, kind of like stops it.
All right, that makes sense.
A little effect, yeah. I'm just fixing notes right now. I think I got a little delay, a few second delay. Just downloaded the new version of this, and I think it's bugged out. How could a new version be bugged?
That's this little stem right there in itself is a hit.
You right? Yeah. So I'm gonna put a little pan on it. That way it sits in the mix, man. I love, and I learned this from my mentors. Shout out to the Bomb Squad. Look them up if you don't know, but they taught me that when you're doing instrumentals and you're doing drums or whatever, pan snares, pan hi hats, and so on and so forth. So you'll get this kind of surround sound when you're producing. You know, you got kicks and snares are already always in the middle, but if you add like a layered snare, something like that, just kind of pan it over to the left to see what it does, and you'll hear that little in between sound. When sound is dead, it'll hit to the left, and if you have like two hi-hats or something, pan right a bit, and then pan another just hard right. That way you have something hitting in the bottom, so your drums are like
All right.
so.
So I know as a vocalist, that's something that we do as well. Playing with that pan, like I'll come in with my
Yeah.
straight audio file right up the center, but then like my ad libs might be hard left, and then my backups might be hard right. I mean, depending on how many layers you put out there, we're also playing with that pan as well. So
Yeah. Pan is a powerful tool, man. It is a powerful tool, especially when dealing with doubles and all of that, man.
yeah,
Gives a
like you said,
natural.
gives it adds that depth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natural effect, like that natural what do you call that, reverb effect. You're paying two things on the side. Yeah. Trey, what up? Trey in the chat. See those drums? Like, put a little reverb on this bass sound. Give it a
Candy Lady, what's good?
Hey, Candy.
Trey, my pleasure, man.
Set that off center a bit. Let's put a little arrangement on this. All right. So we're going with a standard arrangement. Good thing you're here. And so, good thing you're here.
And in honor of Trey Rail, do you have a steady cowbell clinging through there yet? Like a tempo maker. All right, sweet. I thought I heard that. All Cool.
You must have heard it. You must
Yep,
have heard it.
that's what I heard. I just wanted to make sure that's what it was.
Yeah, yeah. I thought about Trey too. I was like, yo, man, cowbell. Watch those early episodes, man. Trey's raving about the cowbell, man. I don't, cowbell. I didn't even think about the cowbell until me and Trey really started like cooking. I was like, damn, the cowbell is like dope.
So I'm a big fan of the wood block, which is similar to the cowbell when
Yeah,
it comes to the effect that it has on an instrumental. So
yeah, yeah. Block is kind of wood is, uh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
Cowbell.
got the champion, we got the champion from number one. You say anything, I say you just the champion. You can tell me since they learn pattern.
All right, so let's do an arrangement. So here's the thing, and I know you're like the head of the catalog now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for holding that down for us. But within listening to these tracks, this is something standard that you'll hear because usually there's a 16 bar verse. So that's what people are kind of used to listening to, 16 bar verse. And usually there's a 4 bar intro. So what makes the 16 bars is the 4 bar without the bass. And I always do that. I never veer from this. Never veer from this. So you'll hear this a lot within the tracks.
We got the champion.
So let's arrange it real quick. Where's the okay? There's the bass. Now I'll show you some more.
those are the different scenes that you have down there, right?
Yes. Yep. Okay, that was the first part. This is four bars as it reads 4, and then we go here. This is 8. So altogether that's 12. And the pre-chorus is another 4 bars. That's your 16 bars.
All right.
So pre-chorus usually drops out everything, drums, everything. You know, one instrument, 2 instruments going, and then it goes into everything. So if you ever hear that and you're working on a Vibe Stream Beats track, do not rap over that part that everything comes in. That's the chorus. But I can show you guys in sonic form here. All right, let's get rid of him. And usually that 4 bar kind of differentiates. So let's turn this down a bit. All right. So let's turn that back up. So we'll filter here.
We got the champion. We got the champion from number one. You say anything, I say you just the champion.
All right, this is the pre-chorus I'm working on now. So let's drop out everything. And sorry if it's not being explained in words, it will definitely be explained in sonics. Okay. Now let's start the arrangement process here.
So I mean, throwing this out here, you're the master. I know personally, like if I was working with these stems, I'd be going through, I think, isolating some of those individual sounds,
Mm-hmm.
more so than grouping them as one layer. Because like that little off note sounded like maybe an organ or something you had in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like that in itself, I think holds weight. So I mean, I know together it forms that sound that you've got there, but I'd I don't know. I like to hear those individual noises as well.
Yeah. Like just soloed or
Yeah. Yep. I mean, again, I know you got your vision as to what this sounds like,
oh
so
man.
don't let
This
me
is
interfere
Play-Doh
at all
here,
there.
baby. This is
So
Play-Doh, man. This is Play-Doh. You know, like nothing's nothing's really concrete, man. Nothing's really concrete. I mean, standard wise, because like jumping out of self and then to the way that people actually are used to listening to music, there's always like a 16 bar, especially in like in commercial music. There's always 16 bars. There's always some sort of build up pre-chorus or something like that. There's this hook that's, you know, big in sort of pop music, but not producing pop, but using pop framework is kind of like, look at me now. Ha 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 ha. I
all right.
use what you usually do to get people psychologically involved. But on another hand, this is not necessarily pop. So it's kind of like a flip flop. And you know who does this? And they kind of like take it and use it in their own way. K-pop. K-pop does it. Within K-pop, there's like 5 genres at once. They're using like EDM, they're using hip hop, they're using R&B, they're using jazz flips, and then they may have some blues stuff. And then you have this foreign voice in Korean that, you know, kind of mimics every last piece of it. But they use 5 parts to represent the different artists, because you may have like a person that can rap in there, you may have a person that can sing, you may have a person that really does like R&B kind of bluesy kind of thing, and then you got, you know, something else. So they represent these different pieces and parts. But that's the thing about music, man. Nothing is concrete when you really know what to do. You know, you
Yeah.
study everything and then you use 3 things of those everythings and then you come up with your own self, you know? So, yeah, man. Notes, bro. So, just thinking out loud with this. Um, I'm working on an intro now. So, the intro would be something like this.
We are the champion, king champion. Oh, we are the champion, crown #1. This is anytime. I said you're just the champion. You get on me, say style.
All right, from the top. Here we go.
All right.
See, I can't explain it in words. Sometimes it's just bring it in. Pre-chorus. And then you have the hook. Everything comes in.
We are the champion, king champion. Oh, we are the champion, crown #1. This is anytime. I said you're just the champion. You get on me, say style #1. It's a wanna hold you right in version. Because it's a wanna have it #1. You can sound, yeah, can win. Caffeine, no, please, and that's all why they
back into the verse. See, it's enough room for everyone to like get their part in, but the wrong thing is to not write parts. Like when you just got loop, you know, and you're not really thinking about these different parts that represents the progression, because song has to have progression, rap has to have progression if it's really going for global sort of sound. But if you're just New York hip hop or whatever, it's just and trap music doesn't have a lot of like progression to it. It's just kind of like hi-hats, like it just does what it do. And then if you have someone that knows music that's writing for trap, they'll have that trap version that everyone loves, and then it'll calm and then go into this other part. But we're thinking real music type stuff, man. And that's where it's going to challenge an artist that don't know these parts, man, because we can also do something that's really, really cool and write a bridge. Like who does bridges now? Like Bridges does bridges, because we're not definitely doing bridges, but bridges was a thing back in the days. So just because we're thinking of it, and this is kind of like, musical testing here, let's write a bridge. So,
I do want to add real quick. Personally, I'm a big visual learner. So
mhm,
being able to see the layout here, seeing how you have the scene 3, scene 4, scene 5, being
mhm,
able to see the audio file that
yeah,
matches up in sync with what you've got there. I mean, to me personally, it makes a world of difference. Like
yeah.
so I can see everything you're doing there, and I love that. So.
Yeah, and the special part. Shout out to Serato Studio again. These different parts, if you really really study the waveform of these different parts, you have the intro, which the scenes are all messed up, so disregard the numbers. If you see the intro, which is the first block, the brown or whatever, or the orange, I think that's brown or something like that, but that is totally, totally different from the second four bars. And then if you really, really look at the second four bars, which is the blue, the sound wave comes in. And then the third is kind of like this brownish, orange, whatever, red. It gets a little bit bigger. And then you have the green that comes in, which is your pre-chorus. You can still rap over that, but it comes into this chorus, which all the instruments are going, and it's all sorts of bright colors and everything like that. That just means a lot is going on at that moment within the waveform, within the sound itself, and then it goes back. So the layout is, and I think producing on this, it really really gives you a chance to kind of like just look at it as a whole. If everything is looking like this middle part, something's wrong. Maybe you need to write some calmer parts to allow the artist some solo here, and where it's not so bright that's going on. This is kind of sort of the artist layout for song form. And this, because there's so much going on, it's usually the hook, which hooks have gotten really, really simple. It's a couple words, kind of reminding you of what went on in the song, like, hey, throw your hands up, everybody jump, throw your hands up, come on, ready to jump. And then it goes into what they're jumping for, which is the verse.
So that's on a related note. Personally, I'm a big fan of the boom bap style of instrumental, primarily because I don't have to fight the beat.
Yeah.
It's got that steady tempo. It's simple,
Mhm.
and that allows myself as a vocalist to come in and do what I do. I don't have to worry about fighting a beat. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, that's a. I mean, I love some old school boom bap style instrumentals and.
Yeah.
Just a little glimpse into my mind on that one.
Oh man, it's a part, man. I love boom bap too, and this is like the representation of that. Like this part right here. It's like a progression though, man. And that's the part if put your producer hat on. You like a chop track, a chopper track, you like a boom bap track, and you love something that's simple. Like this can be a rearranged like totally different. And usually it goes into that. Like an artist he'll start rapping on this part. But I can easily take this, right? Take this, duplicate it, right? And let's take the drums. Take the drums and halftime them. Where is my kick? Where is the kick? Okay, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we can cater to that guy that likes this.
See, I've noticed going through building that database, a lot of the tracks definitely have that boom bap style of drum included,
Yeah.
So it's something I've sort of been picking at a little bit when it comes to that, is going through and adding like that secondary genre on certain things. Like, oh, it's got that lo-fi, but it's also got that boom bap feel.
Yeah.
So it's I mean, just going through the catalog, I'm definitely picking up on certain traits. So
Yeah, and shout out to the catalog because we don't have that. We have like the market. Even if you go through Rap Chat, you'll find a lot of a few things. You'll find a lot of few things, and you'll have this section of you know of stuff that you wouldn't normally hear, because everyone's trying to sound commercial instead of trying to stand out. And there's so many genres to choose from, like chords and everything like that and keys. But when you're producing from sound packs and so on and so forth, you only get a certain amount of uh, systems to work with. So putting those together, you'll end up sounding like the next. But coming to the Vibe Stream Beast catalog, I want it to be something musical, man. Like wow, this feels like that. This feels like that, but it's just a little bit, it's seasoned. You know, so yeah, I'm glad you're picking up on that because deliberately that's being done. It's like let's take it the next step.
yeah,
Shout out to Trey because he used classical chords sometime, man, which is very hard to deal with when you just tracked into like a trap kind of like sort of halftime. You would kind of sort of have to play in that like 90 BPM or something like that, sort of vibe, or boom bap or something like that. But if you listen to early boom bap, I mean, that's what it kind of was pulling from.
man, that's an issue I've had when it comes to trying to produce instrumentals. To hit on that classical note, like I'll come in like with the mindset of I'm gonna make this beat. This is what I want it to sound like, and I start toying with Fruity Loops or something. By the time I'm done, I'm like, man, that's not a hip hop beat. Like I'm writing a symphony. Like, I mean, that's cool and all, but that's not at all what I was trying to hit on here. So, throw that one off to the side. Let me try again.
Yeah.
And I think a big part of that's just my band background. Uh, like I'm hitting all those instruments. I never came in with that hip hop or rap background. Like most of my influence when it comes to music was metal and rock and
Yeah.
band. So I mean, it's definitely been a learning experience from day one, like from the first time I spit a rhyme, till now. I mean, it's a never ending learning experience. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Yeah. I think, man, just pulling your whole self into that and not being scared of, putting yourself in a box. It's and knowing that, if you are in a box, you got a bunch of tools to kind of, turn that box over and flip it and, add other spices and ingredients to it, because only thing that makes a hip hop track is drums.
yeah,
If you strip all of that down, you got some sort of musicality that's happening, and it's like, wow, it could be placed under any genre and it could go, but if you put a halftime on a piccolo, now it's hip hop. you know?
yeah. And it's this show every week that makes me want to get back into producing. I mean, just seeing what you guys have done and what I've learned from this show, I'll be able to come in with a whole new mindset on that. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
And that's the goal of all of this, man. And Trey can attest to this, man, to combine these communities, man. Producers should be around artists all the time. Artists should be
Uh,
around producers all the time, writing and testing different things, because there's a lot when you get artists and producer, and I think everyone that's writing music and pen form, as far as like writing or whatever, you typing it out or something like that, watch the Rick Rubin and Kendrick Lamar documentary, because Kendrick breaks down how he gets involved with the production process. He's always there with the beat makers, because what he'll do, and he takes kind of like an old school approach towards it, what he'll do is he'll imagine music while he's writing. He never writes to music, he imagines music and goes from there. And then he goes to the producer and be like, man, on this part, when I start flipping the voice, just break it down and then bring in timbres and then just lift it up with an effect and then go back to the halftime. And then from there, silence and my voice, and then go to the boom bap. Do, 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 do. And if you listen to his music, it's like, damn, this producer was crazy that produced that. Like, what would possess a producer to produce all of those sections? It's like, no, he was there saying, move that, drop that, bring this. It just makes a different record, other than, oh, let me write to this beat. Because you never know what a producer's thinking, because, never know what I'm thinking. I could go in like, oh, I'm going to write something sad, and then the writer's not thinking sad, but they're kind of jailed to that energy. You know, it's not proper.
Yeah. So I know, like when I first entered the music scene, albeit I mean, it was just freestyling in the kitchen. Eventually it turned into doing shows and stuff like that. But it's the mindset that myself and the dudes that I ran with at the time, like we would come in and we find this beat, and we just write to this beat. But then I'd try to go in behind it because I had Fruity Loops, and that's
Mm-hmm.
a powerful tool. But I'd go in behind it, be like, hey, yeah, we got this whole song, but this is what I tried to develop around that. And like looking back, from now till then, it's probably not something I would ever do on a live stage again.
Yeah,
Currently, but it was that development process, like you said. Um, so being able to produce around a verse or vice versa, I mean, writers do the same thing, like if you as the producer are coming in and you're laying out this, that scene one, that scene two, scene three, so on and so forth,
Yeah.
especially when it's laid out there in front of you. We as vocalists can come in and be like, oh man, all right, so scene two, I got to do this. Scene three, I'm gonna hit this. Scene four, do this. Back off for scene five. So it's a give and take for sure. I mean, you got to have the producers to be able to spit vocals.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're doing it a cappella. And so,
Yeah.
shout out all the producers. And DIP, for example, has been producing some crazy stuff that's been over on the Rap Chat app. Shout out Dragon Click, but he's been throwing some stuff out for the Dragon Click. We got some ciphers and stuff going, but I know at least one, like he just made this beat, threw it out there, and then stepped back. Like he's not even on it, like he just threw out that quick tag at the beginning and just let everyone go nuts on it. So yeah, I mean, I love it. I love the music industry in general. So
yeah, man. There's layers to it, man. There's real layers, and you know you have classics, and then you have things that just happen in music where it's like, damn, that just sounds so deliberate. Well, it probably was. Probably was very, very deliberate. And I like to throw the baton way, way back, man. It's just like if you love music, just throw the baton like 40, 50 years back and study and really, really study like how cats were doing it. Like I'm a Beatles fan. Like I'm into the Beatles, but I'm into the Beatles for different reasons. Sergeant Pepper record, and this is like really throwing it back. But shout out to my mom's because she really really drilled this stuff into the head. Beatles Sergeant Pepper, they were doing music in the studio that couldn't be done live. It like messed up their whole thing. They started experimenting with like electronics and so on and so forth. But you get those sonics because they're doing reverb, they're doing all sorts of stuff other than just raw drumming and so on and so forth. They're like hanging upside down, trying different vocals, but it wasn't the Beatles. It was the producer, George Martin. George would like say, hey, come up with a concept, come up with a riff. And then he would take that riff and process it and then churn it out to something being totally, totally different. But it was always artist and producer working together. It was always that. It was like Beatles couldn't be the Beatles without George Martin. So it's yeah, man, it's a contrast. But check it. Boom bap track, different switch up. Check out this, what we just did with the halftime.
all right.
From the beginning. Cowbell. Hold on, let's get rid of cowbell during the beginning.
What about we think of halftime in that shaker at the beginning?
Halftime in the shaker.
Yeah, you got a shaker right there on the intro. Is that what that was?
Like, all right, so it's 99 BPMs. Halftime and it would be 48. That would be like.
So it sounded like it was like. I was thinking like half. Or is that a?
Are you just playing with me, man?
What is that I'm hearing there? No, take it from the top again.
My man said halftime shaker.
Yeah,
So what's halftime of that?
Half as many hits per bar. Yeah, slow and steady at the beginning. Fucking let up. Oh, my bad. Let that build up. Come in slow and steady. Get that build up going. Bam. Again, this my personal point of view. So
All right, let's see what we got here. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Let's see. All right, that's the intro.
there you go. Yeah, just that slow intro and then that build up to steady shaker.
All right, I hear you. Yeah. All right, let's see what it sounds. Second part. Hold on. We get rid of the cowbell? Yeah, we did. Okay. Sorry. We can name this track too. So we're gonna cook up another one. Do something completely different from this. Halftime. Oh, hold on. We didn't add that. Hold up. You know what? Let's just try it. Nah, let's keep it the other way. Let's just say. This is cooked. Yeah, it is. So it's just it repeats itself back into the second part.
All right.
45 minutes in on the back into that. Pre-chorus. Champion. So this breakdown, bridge.
If I may suggest one more thing while we're here, when it comes to building the catalog, if we're offering up a song like this, I would recommend offer it with the hook and without the hook. Give those two options.
Apps. I mean, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't even like this reggae thing. I wouldn't even render this like that. Yeah, that's that was just kind of from a question of asked earlier, like, "Hey, man, does it just sync?" So we just grabbed something, but no,
All right. Yep.
yeah. We want full rated control of that.
Yeah.
We can
I mean,
check.
there are people that want that hook already in place. Don't take that the wrong way. There's people that want to be able to build off of that idea. Uh,
Word.
yeah. So that's where something like that might be better to offer it both directions. Like, hey, this is the beat with a hook. This is the beat without a hook. Like, which one do you want?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I noted, man. Because yeah, man. I don't like the vocal sounds. Like using this much of the vocal, it's just like that's risky. Because I don't even know who this is. Like seriously,
We are the champion.
I don't even know this dude. He's like probably Sean Paul's cousin or something.
oh shit.
I don't know, but yeah, on this one, man, we can use it. But I'd say, I mean, if anything, we take this,
We are the champion.
we are the champions, and just flip it.
We are the champion. We are the champion.
Like we just chop it up or something like that, or send it to you. You come up with something that's around champions, and then we add your version to it, and then we let it go.
I'm always down to work.
So, Trey, what's the name? What's the name, man? What's the name of this? I mean, I think the hook kind of gave it away, but yeah, let's see what we have. Play. Should we play from the top again? We are the champion. This is Cook. I'm ready for the next. All right, we're gonna call it champion.
So, I got about 30 minutes left in me here. Just throwing that out. So
All right. Flyweight. Undefeated. Undefeated. I like that.
undefeated.
Save.
Yeah, boom bap, haymaker.
Haymaker.
Let's combine. Or did you already save it?
No. I'll let you choose, man. What you think?
Let's see. So we got flyweight hook, undefeated, boom bap, haymaker. Well, let's just roll with the undefeated boom bap haymaker.
That like the whole name?
Yeah, why not? Or how about why not? What about boom bap haymaker?
Okay. Boom bap haymaker.
We get AM Loves and Trey in on that.
Okay. So that was 99 BPM and G minor. Okay. Cool. Copy. Save. And because we don't go back much, let's render MP3. But this next track, 15 minutes. Tops.
All right. You have an idea of what where you're shooting for on this one, or
Something in the bucket, man.
all
I'm
right.
clueless as usual. BPM key, genre. Throw something at me, man.
So I personally like upbeat, up tempo instrumentals. So I know FL Studio, for example, starts at 130. I would usually bump it up from there.
We're talking 130 halftime, or we talking 130 house music?
So 130 is what it would start at. So I would bump it up to 145-ish. Would be my go-to. Somewhere around there, yeah, 140, 145. And that's for the style of stuff that I was saying, because I'm coming in and trying to chop it. Um,
So we're talking about halftime in it.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
We're talking.
Yeah, so yeah, for what you're doing, it would be halftime. And see, I was doing that again with FL Studio, so I could go in and get double the notes, so I could lay out twice as many hi-hats within this bar, so on and so forth. So
Produce it like you would on FL. So yeah, let's lay it out. Let's use. Turn that down though. $45, $145. Let's pan that a little bit. Turn it down. Kicks.
uh, like to hear like a running bass, like a bass guitar, boom boom boom, like some sort of running bass on top of it.
Let's see. Let's use a note. It's not quite the. So you talk about a real bass?
Yeah, like a real bass.
Bass guitar. trying to go
So,
back to
so
yeah.
I'm a sucker for the real sounds. There it is.
Let's fix those notes. Fix those notes.
Oh, that's nasty already.
Let's take it out 8.
Right.
What else you hearing? What else you hearing?
Hey, hit that again real quick.
It's that mechanical bass.
So, how about a little playful piano, high pitched. Just some sort of just little notes, high pitched. Take it up another octave. I was thinking like quick little like da-da-da, da-da-da. Yeah, just quick little ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. Just little accents on there, you know. It's not a whole melody by any means. Yeah. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da. So I know talking to you the other day, you had mentioned how certain chords give different vibes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what I don't have that note in front of me here. What what key signature or keynote would have just sort of that dark feel to it?
D.
D, just straight D.
Anything in D as in dog.
All right,
Anything in D will like this is D. Like this, the track itself right now is reading D minor.
all right.
So yeah, anything that's It's
D,
along those
D
lines.
for dark.
Yeah.
All right, maybe cut that piano out of there. I say I like what you did with that little wow 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 wow.
Well, you know, the piano, man, the piano's dope. Uh, Hold on. Maybe that could be a part or something. Let's see. Let's see. Let's try that.
So
Hold on. What you thinking?
just how you did that, I don't know if that was you messing with it or if that's how you were laying it out, but how it's coming in like that and then it kicked out with basically just that drum. Sort of got rid of the synth. I'd like to hear that.
So this is automation, like that. What you heard is like the filter, kind of
All right.
like
Yep.
wobbling the filter. Um,
So the beat, I know you had the automation going. I saw you sitting there working that with your pad there. What I was thinking was like you're coming in, you got that wah wah going, and then just cutting all that synth sound out and just going in with maybe 4 or 2 bars or something of just that drum, and then back into boom.
you talking about like cut the synth itself, or
Yeah.
like this?
Yep.
So kind of pausing it.
Yeah.
So how many bars you want?
Let's
So
go.
1, 2, cut out. 1, 2, cut out, or just count it out.
I'd go 2 full bars.
2, cut out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, and then bam, back in with that. That's
So
that goes back to what I was saying earlier about coming in like as that vocalist, like when the beat cuts out like that, like when you kill that synth sound or something like that, that's where myself or whoever could come in, like, let my voice carry the beat for a minute, and then bam, let that synth come in as that background noise.
so in production, because we're trying to produce it. If you're counting, so 1 is 1 bar, 2 is 2 bars, and then this is 8 bars. So
All right.
if we were looking at these numbers here as in bars, and this is 8 bars, when should we mute it? So it's
So is that from the top?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Because we only have like 8 bars here. We don't have a whole
Yeah,
full
yeah.
arrangement. So if we're talking about just what we have, which is an 8 bar loop, are we looking at stopping it to arrange it in a form of what you're thinking in vocals, or you want the production to do that kind of mute out, mute in?
Go ahead and hit that again real quick, if you would. So maybe just like all of 3.
So let's duplicate this.
Let's see what that sounds like. So did you pull it out for 3 and 4 there, or just the 3?
Oh, just 3.
All right.
So if we put it out 3 and 4, that'll be 2 bars in, 2 bars out.
Yeah.
So this is 2 bars in, 2 bars out. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
I personally like that, if I'm being honest with you. So,
That's like that.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we dedicated one here. Yeah.
See, something like that, just even as is, could be used for something like a cipher beat, where people from all different styles could hit that same beat. You know, you could come in like this person with this feature as well as this feature. Yeah. So then, with FL Studio, for example, I know I can go through. There's an option to humanize notes. I'm not sure how that relates to Serato Studio, but something like the closed hi hats. You know, instead of having that same steady hit pattern all the way through.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally would go through and like change the individual velocity of each of those notes, but I know there was also an option to humanize as well. So again, I don't know how that relates to Serato Studio, but it gives it that like just slightly changing that velocity between the notes just gives it just that human feel to it.
Yeah. Well, I usually, I mean, I never like just keep it in that way. I would always add a hi hat to just kind of. I'll keep that going across like, but it would be.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
You know, I'll show you what I'm talking about in form here. Turn this all the way up. take it and, of course, do my pan thing. And we can also take what we have here. I'm just trying to do it in, what you call it, in just instructional form. And we don't have that much time, but take that and put some reverb on it. That way it won't sound like it's in one place. So let's take that and automate it.
All right.
And for the hook, since we got a couple more minutes, let's make it anthemic.
That's epic.
Turn it all the way down.
So how you just ran that first, that do 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 do. Hit that top octave there too. Do 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 do. Boom.
Let's drop it down a little bit.
Yeah. Thinking like just like a straight major chord there.
May have to put two of them in because it's nose short.
So I do like that.
Nose man. Hold up. We're about done with this track, so if you guys are still in there, you can start naming.
Ooh, I like that.
I'm gonna work on this track a little bit, man. I'll send you something special.
Uh,
I think
and I'll be sure to share the love with this one.
Turn it down in the mix. Grime stream beat. I like it. I don't know, man. I think we.
So I'd say with this one, less is more.
Yeah, it's just like working out the parts, man. You know.
Yeah,
But
and that's
if you want to
of
keep it a
course.
loop, then it's cool. It's cool too.
So of course, here I am, speaking of the master. So do what you do.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. We'll work this one out, man. We'll work this one out.
Sweet, man.
Ah. We'll just go with Grime Stream Beast.
Grime Stream Beast. So no one else threw anything else. So let's roll with that.
Grime Stream.
So that's that came from, I saw one of the notes, the chat on there. One of the instruments was grime something.
Yeah.
So that's where I pulled that from, by the way.
Yeah. Stoked. Hey, man. This is good, man, because it explain things a little bit further in production, man. I think it's everything and then it's stripped down. It's that you just call it reduced by. It's like Who's that? Who's that beat? Who did that beat? Oh, it's produced by whoever.
There you go.
But it's kind of like taking everything out to add some things, man.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. Well, that concludes the show.
Man.
Z show.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on, man.
Hey, man. Thanks for joining, man. It's a pleasure, man. You're definitely welcome to join anytime, man.
Awesome.
Anytime, man.
So I appreciate that, and as always, it's an honor being on screen with you and being a part of this network. So
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
awesome.
All right, bro, man. Well, we are LT 5,000 or 5,000 out or 3,000 like Andre.
Love it.